Hi, this is Vic Coleman, and welcome to another edition of Walking Together Through Cancer, where our goal is to not only educate, but to encourage those who've been diagnosed with cancer. Now, in today's video, we're going to discuss your support network and really just how important it is for you at every stage of your cancer experience. So first of all, I'd like for you to click the like button and then ask that you would subscribe to our channel so you'll be notified whenever we come out with new content. And then I want to tell you about two resources that are available on Amazon. It's Cáncer, Christians in Crisis, which is the book I wrote telling the story of my experience with cancer all the way from when my wife was first diagnosed with stage 2 breast cancer all the way through my 3 diagnoses. And then also the Walking Together Through Cancer daily journal. I found that journaling was just so helpful for me in the whole process to get my thoughts down, to write my prayers down, to write answers to prayers. And then later on, I used it as a resource to help other people. I could gather material out and say, hey, back in January, I was going through the same thing, and this is how I felt, so I know what you're going through, and this is how I got through that. So it was very helpful. So both are available on Amazon in English and in Spanish. So what is a support network? The bottom line, simply, is that it is a group of people and other resources who will be with you at every stage of your cancer experience, who will provide the assistance you need at each stage. And it's going to be different as you go through your different stages. So who makes up the support network? Basically people, namely family, friends, co-workers, church members, neighbors, other people. And I have the internet. And basically, this is your source of information at different websites where you can get information on your specific type of cancer, the medications that you'll be taking, the side effects of those medications, and if you're going through some sort of surgery, then you can find out more information about those surgeries. You'll find videos of people who've gone through the same thing that you have and learn from them. Then also there'll be books, paper and audio, so you can hear the experiences of other people and get encouragement that way. And then journaling. I mentioned journaling before, where you can write down your thoughts and feelings and maybe things that you can't really vocalize, you can write, and this will help you process what's going on. So when will you need your support network? Well, the bottom line is every day. And I'm dividing up your cancer experience into 3 major phases. When you're first diagnosed, your treatment phase, whether it's through like chemo or surgery, and then after you go through all that, there's the post-treatment phase. When you're first diagnosed, you're going to need emotional support. You're going to need someone to cry with you. You're going to need someone who can just sit on the phone with you and just hear what's on your heart and what's on your mind. You're also going to need spiritual support. Somebody, as they say in the church, someone who can get a prayer through. Someone who's willing to listen and then just pray and continue to pray. Even after you get off the phone, they'll continue to pray with you. So you're going to need that type of support. You're going to need educational support. And really, I'm talking about someone who is good with a mouse, who can click through the internet and find the information that you need on your particular cancer, treatments, and everything about that. So you can become educated and become more informed as to what's going on and be able to make more informed decisions as you move through the process. You're going to need insurance and financial support. As far as insurance is concerned, you need to know what your insurance company will cover. You need to know about all the different types of insurance, what they need to pre-qualify or pre-approve. And so you'll need to understand all of those aspects. You're also going to need financial support. Cancer is like any other medical condition that has some expenses associated. And so I've actually created 2 videos, how to pay for cancer expenses. Part 1 deals mainly with insurance. Then part 2 talks about alternative resources that can help you pay for all of these expenses, because you have enough stress going on in your life as it is just with cancer and all the physical ramifications of it. But the financial aspects of it can just really weigh you down. So you're going to need to be able to address that also. And then you're going to need a second set of ears, especially in the beginning. When I was first diagnosed with lymphoma, when I heard the words, "I'm sorry, it's cancer," I didn't hear a thing after that. My oncologist could have been reading me my Miranda rights, and I was just nodding, yeah, sounds good to me. Okay, lock me up, that's fine. I mean, I was just out of it. After you hear the words, "I'm sorry, it's cancer," you're just not yourself. And you need a second set of ears. You need someone there with you who can hear what you're going to naturally miss. And so between the both of you, you can probably capture about 80% of what the oncologist has communicated. But you're going to need a second set of ears. And I would recommend taking a second set of ears with you at every big doctor events where you're going to hear the results of certain tests or scans, or so that they can hear and maybe ask questions that you're not really in a mental state to ask. But between the two of you, you'll be able to get a more clear picture, be more informed, and know what's going on or what the next steps are. So during your treatment phase, you're going to need everything that we talked about before, but also you're going to need some help with transportation, getting to and from your treatments, cooking, cleaning, laundry, all of the things that need to be done around the house. You may need some help with someone watching the kids, taking care of your kids, taking care of your personal finances, paying your bills, and then your home, just the upkeep of your home. I remember my second diagnosis with lymphoma. I had 20 radiation treatments. And so about treatment number 15 and 16, I mean, it just drained me. I was just dog tired. And so I had to actually hire someone to do the yard work, which I wouldn't normally do. And I was fortunate because there was a gentleman at work who was had a landscaping business. I knew him. I knew his family. Great man, great kids. And he came in, did the job, and I mean, he did an excellent job, really better than what I could do. And so I just continued to use him afterwards. So that was an area where I needed some help because of my radiation treatments. And with you, after your surgery or during chemo treatments, you're just not going to have the strength to do the things that you used to, and you're just going to need some help around the house. Now, after your treatments, you're going to need everything we talked about, but then finally, you're also going to need some help when you go back to work. So you could be out of work for 2 weeks or even 2 months, and during that time, you're just going to need some help to get back to work from either coworkers or a boss or someone else. Or you're going to need to get to a new normal to create a new normal way of living. And so it's going to be an adjustment. So you're going to need all of this. So finally, we get to the last point, which is how can you help those within your support network? And the first question is why? Well, number one, just to show appreciation. People within your support network are going to be contributing their time and money and being inconvenienced for you. And if you can do something for them, it shows them that you appreciate it. And then also it helps you, because during this time, cancer just naturally causes you to lose your focus. It narrows your vision to where the only three people you talk to are me, myself, and I. And those are the only voices that go through your head. And you lose perspective. So if you can make a decision and be intentional about helping others, it will not only help others, but it will help you. And the key point in this is that no matter what condition you're in, you can help others. You have the ability to help others. You can make a positive difference. If you're just there recovering from surgery and someone brings you a meal, you can say thank you. Or you can say, I really appreciate everything you do. And you never know, that person could be going through hell and high water at home. And you taking time, being all bandaged up and maybe hooked up to some machines to say, hey, I appreciate what you do, can make all the difference in the world to that person. So there are a couple specific scriptures here that I like to share with you. You can pray with people. And I really like the second half of James 5:16, where in the King James Version it says, the effectual fervent prayer of a righteous man availeth much. And what that means in plain English is that prayers that are intense, heartfelt, and sincere have the ability to do much work. So if you have heartfelt, intense prayers to the Lord, then you can expect them to be effective in your life and the life of others. And then kind, encouraging words are so important. Proverbs 18:21 tells us that our words are powerful. Life and death are in the power of the tongue. You can build someone's self-esteem and bring life to it, or you can tear it down and cause a whole lot of drama with your words. So your words are very powerful. The two other scriptures I like to share with you are Proverbs 11:25, and it states, a generous man will prosper. He who refreshes others will himself be refreshed. And I found that to be true in my life. Whenever I took the time to encourage others, I felt lifted up. I wasn't bogged down with my three buddies, me, myself, and I, who just were dragging me down. I was able to encourage others, and it felt good because I was doing something positive. There was a positive aspect entered into my situation that was normally kind of negative, going through cancer treatments. And then Proverbs 12:25 says, an anxious heart weighs a man down, but a kind word cheers him up. So by you giving a kind word to others, you can have a positive influence. Again, you never know what people are going through. Life happens to everybody. The person that comes and cleans out your trash in your hospital room, they might be going through a bad day. They might have gotten divorce papers, or their child is sick in school, or it could be a lot of different things. But you taking time saying, hey, can I pray for you? Or you seem a little down today. What's going on? Just can you talk to me? Take a minute and talk to me. Tell me what's going on. By you showing that you care about them, it can make a positive difference. And then finally, thank you goes a long way. So we talked about the who, what, when, where, and how of your support group. And hopefully you found this helpful. And I just wanted to tell you that you're not alone. even the Lone Ranger had Tonto and Silver. He didn't go through everything by himself. And when Tonto might have been tied up with some bad guys, he still had Silver. So we don't go through life alone, and it's not good, especially if you're diagnosed with cancer. So I just want you to know that we are here to walk with you every step of the way. You are not alone. So thank you for watching, and stay encouraged.